Hey guys, welcome back to the mat. You're here with me, Phoebe, and today we're going to be doing a yoga flow focusing on twists and strengthening our lower body. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so starting off, we're going to lie down onto our backs and we're going to start warming up our lower body. So let's come down into a lying position. If you have some time on your hands today, you're welcome to do a meditation here. Just pause the video and find a meditation of your choice or listen to the sound of your breath. If you're a bit short on time though, we're going to start by bringing our right knee into our chest and pulling it all the way in. So if you can hold on to just below your kneecap, that is ideal. Otherwise, it's perfect to hold behind your thigh. Whatever you want to do, just pull that into your chest. You can put some energy through your feet here so that they're not just hanging limp. And then we're going to pull all the way, feeling that stretch in our hip flexor. And if that's quite easy for you, then you can pull it out to the side and up towards the shoulder. Beautiful. And next we're going to open it all the way out to the side. So like we're opening a door that is our knee, we're going to push it out towards the side. And then close it back into the center and send the right down to our left. Swapping over legs, bringing our left in. If that's too easy for you today, then bring it out towards your shoulder. Energy going through our toes. And then we're opening up our kneecap like a door, stretching open that hip flexor. Perfect. This time we're going to take our left in, pull it into your chest, and then we're going to twist over our body, rolling onto our right hip and bringing that left kneecap down towards the earth. Now, take your left arm out long and you can look towards that left hand. Feeling that nice stretch through our spine already, but just be gentle on yourself until you've warmed up. Switching over to the other side, sending the left out down by the right and bringing your right in. Make sure that hip is all warmed up before you bring it over, rolling onto your left side. Right arm out long and gaze is towards that right hand. Feeling that stretch through your back. Sorry, I can't look at you guys, the sun's right in my eyes. Beautiful. And returning back to the center and down. We're going to bring both knees into our chest, holding on here tight. So holding on to either your shins or your knees, or you can wrap your arms around. And we're going to draw little circles with our body, crunching your abdominals in and rotating around. Perfect. And now reverse that, going the other way. Warming up here. And when you are ready, you can rock all the way up. Make sure you're rounding your spine here and come into a seated position. Beautiful. We're going to spin our legs around and come into our cat and cow. So making a 4-point kneel, making sure you've got your belt wrapped around your center and drawing your navel in towards your spine. We're going to round through and reverse that, dropping our stomach and gaze coming forwards. And reversing that all the way up. And dropping, gaze goes forward. Beautiful. One more time just like that. Rolling up. And back, looking at the front. Perfect. This time we're going to tuck our toes, coming back into a neutral position. And we're going to lift our knees up from the earth just a little bit. And we're going to hover. Ready? Hovering for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. If that was quite tough, we can put our knees back down and come into a child pose position. If you are more advanced, then you can keep your toes tucked and push all the way up into your downward dog. Make sure that we're pushing our weight back towards our heels. Our spine is nice and flat and we're relaxed through our shoulder blades. When you're ready, you may come out of your child pose if you decided to take a rest, and we'll meet together in downward dog. We're going to take our dog for a walk, so pedaling out 1 foot at a time. maybe pushing both heels down to the earth. And then we're going to come forward and into our plank. Warming up our abdominals here, we're going to hold in our plank for 5, for 4, 3, for 2, and 1. And then we're going to step our right leg all the way up and through in between our 2 hands. Beautiful. So we're into our first lunge of the day. You can either stay here or you can bring your hands up off the ground into a nice deep lunge. Make sure your knee and ankle are aligned. And then we're going to bring our arms up and overhead if that is comfortable today. If not, hands on the floor for stability is perfect as well. So arms up wherever they need to be. And we're just going to open up to the same side of our front knee. So you should be twisting through your center here. And reversing that, opening up towards the left, no twist. You can gaze back to the hand behind you, in this case our left, and then we're going to come back to the center, and we're going to bring our hands into prayer. So if your hands were on the floor for that, we can just turn from one side to another, whatever they need to do, and if you had your hands up, well then we're bringing them into prayer. We're going to bring our left elbow to our right knee and we're going to gaze up into the sky. Feel that nice twist for your center, helping your digestion and strengthening your core. And while you're in this position, try really hard not to just lean into your supporting knee, but lengthen through your spine. Perfect. We're going to hold for another breath and then we're going to return our hands to the earth, bring our right back, and maybe do a little vinyasa, and maybe do a little cobra from here, stretching through our back. Awesome. Now it's time to do all of that on our left. So tucking your toes and either pushing up through your knees or all the way up into plank, whatever feels best today. And we're going to step our left through so that our left foot is in between our right and left hand. And if we need to stay here today, then just remember, you're just twisting your body around to each way. Or if you can bring your hands off, they're coming up into the air, making sure our knee and ankle is nice and aligned, and we've got that beautiful deep lunge to really strengthen our lower body. And we're opening up for our twist. So turning towards our left hand is behind us, and you can gaze back to it. And one more breath, we're going to come back to the center and open up to our right side. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Perfect. Now coming back to the center, and we're going to bring our hands into prayer if that's available for you today. And we're going to twist through to our left side. Perfect. Trying to stay nice and tall here, we're not dropping into that knee at all, we are staying nice and tall and just using our elbow to knee connection for stability and support rather than all of our weight. One more breath here and then we're going to bring our hands back down to the earth, bring that left back towards our right, deep breath in and then coming all the way down. Your knees can go down first if that's easier today, and we're coming up into a little cobra. Perfect. You might want to send your hips back into a child pose here. Recollect your breath. We've started to really strengthen our legs, and that can be tiring. So take a deep breath here in your child pose. And then when you're ready, you may roll back up. When you're ready to come out of your child pose, roll back into your seated position. We're going to put our hands out again into our 4-point kneel. Step your feet out one at a time and coming up, pushing your pelvis up to the sky. Weight goes back towards our heels and we're back into our downward dog. This time we're going to take our left hand and bring it towards our right foot. If this isn't available for you today, then we're just going to put it in between our right hand and right foot. If you can stretch towards that right foot though, we're going to try and grab on to our ankle or our shin, wherever is better, and we're going to appear underneath our right elbow. Tried to say arm and then I decided to say elbow, so I said elbow. Awesome. Balancing here. All of that right is leaning all that weight is leaning into our right. And then I'm going to swap over, left hand comes back and our right arm is going to come in between or to our ankle or shin, and we're looking underneath that left arm. 2 rounds of breath here before we return back to our downward dog. This time we're going to take our right foot all the way off into our 3-legged dog, and we can bend that if it feels good today. And then we're going to lengthen it out again and bring that right foot all the way through into our right elbow, sending it back out nice and long. And then this time it's coming all the way through to our left elbow, sending it back up nice and long. And then now it's coming all the way the step through the centre, and we're coming up and into our warrior one. So we're going to bring our back foot around just a little bit so that our heel can touch the floor. We're aligning our knee and ankle for healthy, happy joints, and our arms are going to be up nice and long above us, or they can be in at prayer, whatever feels best today. Deep breath in here. As we stabilise ourselves, we're imagining that someone's got hold of our ponytail or our head and is lengthening us towards the sky. Beautiful. We're going to open up into warrior two. So arms come out nice and long, and we're going to turn our back, that's our left foot, around so that we're in our warrior two. Again, making sure that our knees and ankles are as lined as best as we can. And we're going to lengthen over, tipping our body around and bringing our right hand down towards the earth and our left hand up towards the sky. Now again, we're imagining that someone's still pulling on that hand and we're lengthening up so our weight isn't dropping down here. Even if you're flexible, try not to touch the ground, as it's just too tempting to lean into the ground and not through your waist and lengthening through your spine. Deep breath in here, and in one more round, we're going to return back to our warrior two, and we're going to turn back to our warrior one, so bending that knee around towards the front, and arms come up overhead as we bring that weight into our front foot, and we're going to come into warrior three. So bending through here, and we're going to tip our body. I don't have enough room, so I'm going to bring my arms into prayer, but you can have them out long too. And we're going to bring that back leg up so that it's ideally parallel with our body. Bent knee here to keep that knee nice and safe. Gaze is down to the floor. If this is a bit hard, you can take a yoga block and reach it down to the ground. But ideally, we're just finding a spot on the earth to focus on and coming into our breath. Beautiful. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and return all the way back. Feet come into centre, and you can stand up. Well done. That was really good. We're going to repeat that all on the other side. So warrior one, bringing our right foot back this time, opening it up just slightly, bending through so that we've got now a nice healthy alignment from our knee and ankle. Bring your arms up overhead or into prayer. And we're in our warrior one. I'm going to bring my warrior one just a little bit deeper. Deep breath in here. Arms are wherever they are most comfortable. And then we're coming to our warrior two. Turning open that knee. Arms out nice and long. Gazes towards the front. And now we're opening up through our chest, through our heart. Tipping your body, we're going to bring that left hand down towards the earth and pulling up through our body, looking towards that right hand. Couple of rounds of breath here. Again, do not sink into your side body, do not relax into the floor. We're trying to keep that strength up and lengthen through the spine. Breathing in and out. And on your next exhale, we can come back to our warrior two. Turning that back foot around, warrior one, arms up overhead, and then we can bring that weight into our front foot. Hands come into prayer, or they can go out long in front of you, and we're tilting into our warrior three. Back leg is out parallel from your body, strengthening our front leg with that slight bends. And arms can either be out long, I don't have room today, so I'm just going to bring them into prayer. Finding your spot on the earth or your yoga block for stability, and holding. One more breath before you bring that back leg in next to the front and standing up nice and tall. Well done. Beautiful. Couple more asanas for the day and then you're all finished and you can relax. So staying in our standing pose, you can either stay standing exactly where you are or you can move around. I'm going to move so you can see me a bit better. And we're going to have our feet parallel and we're going to draw our right up and along our inside of our left leg into our tree pose. So bring that right foot as high as you can and really press really deeply into your supporting leg. We can bring our hands together into prayer, or we can send them out long beside us, or if you want to challenge yourself, you can send them into the air. Wherever you find your hands, just keep them there. Try and find a spot that you can focus on, or challenge yourself to close your eyes. Hold here in your tree pose for a few rounds of breath. You can be a wavy tree if you'd like, tree in the wind, whatever feels good today. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands down and into prayer, and then we're going to wrap them around into eagle. So bringing your right hand over your left and around, and then from here, I'm going to spin so you can see me. We're going to bring our elbows up towards the sky so that we're still stretching through our shoulders as well. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to bring your right leg and bring it to wrap around your knee and behind your calf. So you're hooking your toes around your calf, and now you're in like a double eagle here. Keep pushing your elbows up towards the ceiling so that you're still stretching through your spine as well. Couple of rounds of breath here, breathing in and out, twisting through the body here. You can unravel yourself in 3, 2, 1, returning back to your neutral standing position and repeating on the other side. Weight goes through your supporting right leg and we're drawing our left foot up and into your thigh or your knee. Try not to push exactly on your knee, but you can have it on your shin or your thigh. Pressing in and coming into our tree pose. Hands are in prayer or they're above us. You can challenge yourself to close your eyes or find a spot in front of you to watch. You can be a wave tree, or you can focus on yourself. For your next round of breath, we're going to bring our left arm over our right and wrapping around into eagle arms. Elbows are sitting up nice and high, so we're feeling that stretch for our shoulders. And our left leg is going to go around our right knee and bringing those toes. This is, so I always struggle with my eagle legs. Wow! If it's too much for you, like it is me, you can just bring that foot down to your ankle or just wrap it around once. Elbows are sending nice and high into the sky. And we're holding for 3, 2, and 1. Unravel. And give yourself a little shake. Beautiful. We're going to do a single sun salutation to bring ourselves down and onto the earth. So hands come into prayer. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, wrap them around back into prayer. Sitting up to the sky, Tadasana. Forward fold over, Uttanasana. Half fold, gaze forward, flat back. Coming back down, Uttanasana, generous bend through your knees. Sending those feet back through a step or a hop into plank or Dandasana. Coming all the way onto our belly to cobra. And then all the way back up, plank, and back, downward dog or Adho Mukha Savasana. Deep breath in as you come back forward into plank, and then bring one knee down at a time and spinning around onto your bottom. Feet out nice and long in front of you. Again, I've got the sun in my eyes. I hope it's giving me that glorious glow. Hands are coming up nice and long. Deep breath in and out. And as you exhale, extend forward towards your feet. If you can hold on to your feet, if you can pull down into your forward bend, that's amazing. Otherwise, our aim is to just stretch through our spine and look down towards our toes. Wherever we are today is perfect. Deep breath in and out. Try to sink a little bit deeper wherever we're at today. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take our left hand to the inside of our right foot and we're going to extend our right arm out behind us. Still pulling down towards into a forward fold, but we're going to sit back up to straight in 3, 2, 1. Trying to keep hold of that right toe in your left hand and stretching through. Gaze is behind us, and then we're going to bring that knee up, that right knee into our chest, like so, and then we're going to hug that knee into our chest as we continue to look behind us, twisting through our center here. Beautiful. And now if it's in your practice today, we can bring that, that's our right arm over our head and towards our left foot. You can peer underneath here, stretching through. If that's not there, you can stay in your seat. Beautiful. Coming back up. Repeating all of that on the other side. So both feet out nice and long, lengthening up through the spine, stretching all the way over, and then taking that left foot in our right hand and our left arm goes behind us. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Coming back into your seat, holding onto that toe as you imagine someone's pulling their arm behind you. Keep stretching here, and then we're going to bring that left leg into our chest, hugging the knee into us. Continue to look behind. And if it's in your practice, that top arm can come over to your right foot and you can peer through. If not, we're staying where we are. Beautiful. Coming back into our seat, we're going to do one last pose for our day and then we can relax into our corpse pose or shavasana. So soles of our feet together and we're going to flap our legs, just opening up our hip flexors here. Deep breath in, and I will give you the option to stay here if you would like, or you can open your legs up. You could also just come to here, and we're going to send our hands forward. You probably can't see me. I'll sit back. Sending our hands forward, and then if it's in your practice today, we're going to take one hand behind and underneath our legs, and the other behind, underneath our legs, and then the aim is to bring our forehead down to the earth as close as it can, and we're in our turtle. Chilling out here for as long as is comfortable. Give it a couple of breaths. And when you feel right, you may remove your hands from underneath your thighs. Give yourself a nice little stretch all the way back into your sitting position. Feet come together, spin around, and you may lie down. So, coming down onto our backs, closing down your eyes, and surrendering to the end of your practice. If you have time, you might want to turn this video off, have a little meditation. If you're ready to end your practice though, we're going to roll onto our right side. Bring your hands around and surrender to the end of your practice. for today. And when you're ready, you may come back to your seated position. I really encourage you to take the time to have a little meditation there. But if you're in a rush, just thank yourself for giving yourself the time to do your asanas and to stretch and to move your body, to be grateful for your body, for what it does for you and how it can move for you. We're going to close our eyes, bring our hands to our heart, thank ourselves for this gift that is movement, that is asanas, that is yoga, and thank ourselves for our bodies. Thank our bodies. Now whatever else we've got to do today, we can tackle it head on, knowing that we've given ourselves this time to clear our minds. Deep breath in and out. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. See you later.